Reading Animorphs for the first time, book 50, the ultimate spoilers for this book and up until this point in the series. I have a lot of thoughts about this book, and not all of them are good. So I'm gonna start with some positives. I really like James. I think he's a really good character. I like him kind of giving some redemption to the lion morph. I like that parallel because everyone is an individual and people will react to things differently. So I like that he was able to step up instead of what happened with David. I also loved the scene where the new Animorphs got to experience being pigeons for the first time. That was so adorable, so heartwarming. That was my favorite scene in this book. However, I felt like the moral questionings in this book were putting the emphasis on the wrong thing. Because the emphasis, to me at least, seemed to be not, one, do we bring more people, period, into this war, and not, do we bring more children, period, into this war, but specifically the ethics of it being disabled people, because the Animorphs right away took adults off the table. They said no adults, which I don't agree with. I'm like, if y'all are child soldiers, like, you know how awful that is, let's maybe not make child soldiers. And also I think it's wrong for them to say their parents shouldn't be in the fight, because this war does impact the entire human race and is directly impacting their parents. And I understand going like, hey, Rachel's mom, who keeps trying to leave and go tell people you don't get the morphine ability, but especially Marco's parents, Cassie's parents, Tobias's mom already has it. Like, they should have that choice. Because I think about, like, what if I was in this situation? I wouldn't want to be protected for my own good. I would want the choice of stepping up. I was talking to one of my friends that I met through this TikTok, and she was like, oh, you're anti-Chi. You're the anti-Chi. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I want the choice to fight for myself. So I think the people in this world should be given the choice because it does affect all of them. And I think that's true for the disabled kids too. I didn't like how the question was, can we do this to disabled people? Like, if the Yeerks win, they will be immediately wiped out. So yes, if we are going the child soldier route, if that's not the big question, then why does the fact that they're disabled impact them being given the choice to be given the tools to fight this war or not? And I didn't like that, especially in a series that I think has had good anti-ableism messaging in the past, and I think it's still trying to, but I just didn't think it hit. I also absolutely hated the ending of this book. Like, I think Cassie straight up made the wrong choice, and I usually love Cassie. I usually think she does the morally right thing, but this time I was just like, no. Because there is absolutely zero reason that Jake would have to kill Tom. Like, he could easily knock Tom out, take the blue box, and take Tom back to the Hork-Bajir camp, hold Tom, like, tie him up for 3 days, kill the Yeerk in his head, and then they get Jake's brother back. They get the blue box, and Tom, having been a controller, had that Yeerk, a very high-ranking Yeerk apparently, in his head, would probably have a lot of information. Like, it's a triple win. And now, because Cassie did this, they get nothing. Like, all I'm saying is, if this had been a Margot book instead of a Cassie book, the entire rest of this series would be different. Because now, whatever happens with Tom having the blue box is on Cassie making a straight-up dumb choice.